The moment Emma said, "I can't keep pretending to like your family anymore," I felt something inside me fracture, not a clean break, but the kind that splinters quietly, spreading deeper with every heartbeat. It wasn't the words that hurt most, it was the tone. Calm. Rehearsed. Almost relieved. We were standing in the kitchen that Sunday morning, the smell of burnt toast thick in the air. My parents were due any minute for brunch, the same ritual we'd kept for years. Emma leaned against the counter, her arms crossed, eyes distant. The diamond ring I'd saved 6 months' salary for caught the sunlight, and for the first time I wondered if it ever truly belonged there. Pretending. I echoed, keeping my voice steady. "They've always loved you." "That's the problem," she said, exhaling sharply. "They love me because I've been playing nice." Smiling. Agreeing. "But I'm exhausted, Daniel. Exhausted from faking it, from faking everything." Something about that last word, everything, twisted in my chest. Before I could ask what she meant, the doorbell rang. She brushed past me, forcing a polite smile onto her face. The performance resumed. Lunch was a theater of manners. My mother complimented Emma's cooking, my father cracked his usual jokes, and Emma laughed on cue. She touched my shoulder once, gently, for show. But behind the practiced smile, her eyes looked hollow. I tried to ignore it. To believe her earlier words were just frustration. A slip of emotion. But halfway through dessert, I caught her checking her phone, again. Not once, but 5 times in 10 minutes. The corners of her mouth twitched with a faint smile before she quickly hid it. That was the first real crack in the illusion. That night, when she went to shower, I checked her phone. Not because I wanted to, because my gut wouldn't let me rest. A text from an unsaved number blinked on the screen. Him, tomorrow night? Same place. Her, can't wait. I need you. His driving me insane. For a long moment, I couldn't move. My mind tried to rationalize, maybe a friend, maybe venting, but my heart knew. The truth was there, raw and unfiltered, in that casual intimacy. When she came out, wrapped in her towel, humming softly, I looked at her and felt like I was seeing a stranger. "Who's him?" I asked quietly. Her humming stopped. "What?" "Your phone. Him. You said you need him." Her eyes went wide, not in guilt, but in calculation. She was thinking what to say, not regretting what she'd done. "You went through my phone?" she asked instead, her voice trembling with anger. "That's what you got from this. You violated my privacy." I laughed, bitter, cracked laughter. "So that's your defense?" Not denying it, just angry I found out. Her jaw clenched. For a moment, I thought she might lie, deny, fight back. But instead, she sank onto the bed, covering her face. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't mean for it to happen." I wanted to scream, to ask who, why, when. But my voice failed me. Instead, I just stared at her, at the woman who had shared my bed, my dreams, my life, and realized I didn't even know the shape of her truth anymore. Over the next few days, I pretended nothing had happened. She thought I was processing. I was, just not the way she believed. She went about her routines, humming, cooking, smiling faintly when I got home. But the warmth between us had died. Every touch felt foreign. Every word hollow. I started noticing the little details, the sudden need to work late, the subtle changes in perfume, the care she took with her appearance before girls' nights. She thought she was clever. But so was I. The truth came to me through an unlikely source. My younger sister, Maya. "Hey, Dan," she said one evening. "I saw Emma at the Greenleaf Cafe today. Thought she said she had work." I frowned. "What time?" "About 2. She was with some guy. Brown jacket. Tall. Didn't look like a coworker." That was all it took. I thanked her and said nothing else. Inside, something cold and calm took over. The next evening, I followed Emma. She thought I was working late, as usual. I parked 2 blocks from the cafe and waited. At 7:03, she arrived, in the red dress she used to save for anniversaries. She scanned the crowd, smiling nervously, until he appeared. Tall. confident. Hand on her lower back like he owned her. I felt my stomach twist. Not in rage, but in grief. She leaned into him, laughing softly, her hand brushing his. Then he kissed her. Just like that. No hesitation. No guilt. The same lips that told me she loved me yesterday now whispered to another man. I took a photo. One shot. Clean. Undeniable. Proof. And then I left. That night, I didn't confront her. Instead, I prepared. Quietly. I removed her name from the joint account. Transferred the house title back into my name, something my lawyer had suggested years ago just in case. I packed her things neatly into boxes, labeled them, and stacked them by the door. When she came home, humming again, I was sitting at the dining table. "Hey," she said softly, smiling. "You're home early." "Yeah," I said. "So are you." She froze. Her eyes flicked to the table, where her phone sat, open. On the photo I'd taken. The color drained from her face. "Dan, Don't," I said. My voice came out calm. Too calm. "You said you were tired of pretending. I figured I'd give you a break." Her eyes welled up. "Please, I made a mistake. It didn't mean anything." "Then it shouldn't be hard to let it go." She reached for me, but I stood, stepping back. "I loved you, Emma," I said. "Every part of me did. But now, I can't even tell what was real." She began to cry, loud, messy sobs that once would have broken me. Now, they just echoed off the empty walls. "Your things are by the door," I said quietly. "I won't stop you from taking what's yours. But this, us, is done." Her mouth trembled. "Where will I go?" I met her eyes, and for the first time, felt no pity. "Wherever your performance takes you next." When the door shut behind her, the silence was deafening. I sat alone in the dim light, the hum of the refrigerator the only sound left in the house. For the first time in years, I felt something close to peace, raw, fragile, but real. And as the night stretched on, I realized the cruelest truth of all. Sometimes the hardest part of betrayal isn't losing the person. It's realizing they were never really yours to begin with.